a good song.
Yeah, it's better not live because it like fades out and whatnot.
How's it going?
Good. Is this in the group?
That's what I'm doing as we speak.
Wow. Great.
Should we talk about food? Oh man, how are you? How is it going?
Tired. Yeah, life is stressful.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, like last month we were looking at this month and we were like, wow, all of our weekends are free, and now they're just not.
What are you doing?
We visited family. Family is visiting. We're visiting friends. Friends are visiting. It's just a whole.
Who's coming to see you?
Which is just lovely. My family is coming.
No, you said friends are visiting. Who's coming to see you?
My friends. I have other friends.
Is it me and I don't know? Is that it? Is it like you're gonna fly to Wisconsin, put a bag over my head, and then fly me back to New York?
I've hired someone to do it, actually.
That's fair. I would like to say that I enjoyed your post today of what did you say, a walrus? That you're gonna have
What do you mean? What did I say? A walrus? We have one.
Oh, that's right. That was not the lie.
Yeah, whoa. That's one of the true things. Hello, one person. Identify yourself.
It's not even me. I don't even have it up.
Now there's another. We'll never know which was truly the first.
Yeah, no, I had a really busy May. May was very busy for me. Maggie ran a half marathon. She's training for a full marathon.
How is that busy for you?
Because when she's training, I'm left alone with a child and Ellie. Bucky is the child in that scenario.
I gotta put it together.
So that happened. Ellie turned 2, which is insane to think about that she's 2 years old. Yeah, we just had a lot going on. It's looking like July is also going to be pretty busy, but June for me, it's mixed. It's mixed. Busy at work, personal life, little less busy. But
got it.
When you have a 2-year-old, I feel like it's always a little busy.
Yeah, I'm always busy at work, and now all of our stuff is just piling. And July, we looked at our schedule because we were driving back from somewhere yesterday. And I'm exhausted. We drove for like 5 hours on what should have been a 2-hour drive. We were driving back, and I was like, "What's the rest of our like summer look like?" We have like one free weekend, like where we're currently not doing anything between now and August. We're probably gonna have to use it to move.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're moving again.
Yeah.
You getting kicked out?
No. I'm just kidding. In fact, they're begging us to stay.
What could they do in order to get you to stay?
Cut our rent in half.
Did you tell them that?
Yeah, they weren't about it.
Interesting.
They're raising rent prices. Like if we wanted to sign again, it would have been at a higher rate, and we were like, we're gonna leave. Not like we were gonna leave anyway because what we're currently paying, we'd like to be paying less. But we were gonna leave, and they were like, "What if we offered you your current like price?" And I was like, "If you could do that, why are you raising it?"
Yeah.
Jerk. I get it because like that's how you do business, but
you guys see, I mean, like I've known Anna for a while now, only in person the one time, but I feel like you both are relatively neat, clean, nice tenants. Like it's not like you're throwing ragers all the time.
No, we're great.
Making a mess of things or mean to the neighbors or anything.
No,
so,
they have no issues with us, and that is. I mean, I also like used to work in housing, so like
you get it. Yeah,
that's was them. Yeah. Therefore, I respect them enough to know what a shitty resident looks like. But
here's an idea. So the ask is that you want to be paying less in rent.
No, I'm not moving to Wisconsin.
I'm just saying,
No,
especially in my neck of the woods,
that's a bitch of a commute.
that would be pretty intense of a commute.
Yeah.
But airfare, it's getting cheaper. So,
No.
Nazario wants to know where we've been.
Why don't you tell him?
We've not been doing this. We've been doing other stuff. That's what we were doing. No, we took a week off a couple weeks ago. We were busy. I forgot. Nick didn't forget. Actually, we had a guest lined up, and then they went to Deep Jersey, and we weren't able to get them on the show. And then it was like Nick was traveling, and actually that
Ironically, I traveled to Deep Jersey.
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just like it was one of those things of like put out a half.
I also got sick. Like we were gonna put
that's
something
right.
together, and then I was like really sick the night we were gonna do it.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Anna texted me and was like, "Nick is dying."
So I was like, go on, try and do something, but then we ultimately decided like not to put something half-assed out.
Yeah,
so
exactly. So we took the week off. We celebrated the Memorial Day, and now we're back with this episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks with something so crazy you'll never guess.
Great, you're planning it.
Yep, I am. Shall we? What do you want to start with? We're going to start with Survivor Fanzone.
Yeah, since we don't have a thing for that.
Yeah, let's start with Fanzone. So we're going to recap Act 2 of Fanzone. As with Fanzone, one match a week, obviously a lot less happened in the world of debate, but still some really fun, exciting matches. The act kicked off with Adelaide Spence taking on Brooklyn Vale. Spence kind of destroyed Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn. Great dude, but damn, Spence played real good in that match. It was a good one. And then we had a title picture as well. We'll get into that in a second, but Bill Carriola played Tyler Birch. That's an excellent match. Richard Schwartz played Alex again because of reasons, and it was very good. And then we had our title picture. So Brian Michaels played Jacoby Bancroft, and Nazario Montenegro played Cameron Holtzman. Nazario won, thank God. And so did Brian. Brian beat Jacoby. So Brian and Nazario played for the second time. Brian ended up winning that one, and Brian went on to challenge for the belt. That match aired last week. Really good title match where Kirk retained his belt against Brian. So very exciting turn of events. Good stuff. Good stuff. Enjoyed it. Kirk continues to show why he's disgusting. Did you have any highlights, thoughts, Nix?
Just that. I don't know. I feel like Kirk's never gonna stop. So eventually we need to like tell him to stop.
He's been beaten.
Yeah, but like by Brian, and what I don't think it was that close this last time, so it's just kind of like he's not gonna stop. But yeah, no, good stuff. We say thank God Nazario won for scheduling purposes, though it kind of screwed up what's going on in Act 3. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, it did. We have a tournament coming up in Act 3. Exciting. I do enjoy a good old-fashioned tournament. 8 people. I'm just going to list them out because that's what we do when we talk about tournaments. Very exciting because, like I said before, Adelaide Spence, really good match in Act 2 against Brooklyn. Comes in at the number 8 seed. Javi Madden debuted earlier this year against Kaiser. Gets in at the number 7 seed. Alex Martinez at 6. Jack Pinchuk at 5. Jack is going up against Bill, who's the number 4 seed. The number 3 seed is Joe Farrelly, who is looking to make a name in debate. We got the number 2 seed, Robert Kastner, who will be going up against Javi, and the number 1 seed is the former champ, Jacoby Bancroft, who's playing Adelaide. So that should be very interesting. They've played before. It was a good match. This one should be good as well. So any of those tickle your fancy, Nick?
One of them already happened.
Yeah, that's true. It happened last night. I forgot about that.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, it did. It started. Bill versus Jack was last night. I forgot about that.
Truthfully, I think Robert versus Javi is interesting because we've only seen Javi in one match, and obviously he won Robert's challenge for the belt. So this is kind of the point where Javi can either be like, look, I'm here to contend, or like, maybe I'm not at that level yet. So that'll be interesting. Jacoby versus Spence is also interesting to me because the way Spence performed not only against Brooklyn, but also in the last word.
That's true.
Makes me think Spence is on a bit of a comeback in debate as far as debate goes. But Jacoby, to me, is a future Hall of Famer, deserving number 1 seed, has held the belt, has challenged for the belt after holding the belt. But at the end of the day, it's kind of whatever the 3 of you decide. So, like, who knows?
That's accurate. Okay. So that's the upcoming world of Fanzone.
You want to say why those are the rankings?
Oh.
Because people might be like, oh, why? Where's Brian?
Brian just challenged.
Where's Rue?
So unfortunately, Brian is on the judge's seat for this tournament.
Where's Bar?
Bar is taking a seat out the rest of the season.
What about Chadwick Webb?
Chadwick Webb is playing later.
Perfect game.
That's true. That did happen. You're going to answer all the...
Sure. The higher side of the bracket, well, again, because someone retired, it messed it up a little bit, so they were replaced with Jack Pinchuk. But the higher side of the bracket are supposed to be the higher ranked contenders who lost their last match, or their only match of this year. So that's Jacoby, Robert, Joe, and what would have been Cameron, but is now Jack. And the other side of the bracket is supposed to be the people on the lower end of the rankings that have won their only match of this year. So they're on the up and up. It's the people on the decline versus the people on the up and up. But will they meet in the middle? Who knows?
I do.
True, it's art. We've already shot a lot of it.
Okay, so now at the end of this act, so at the end of Act 3 of Fanzone, it'll culminate in our summer event. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But at the end of the summer, or at the end of the summer event, Fanzone will be going away for a little bit. We've announced this already before at the beginning of the year. I think we talked about it. And in the break, season 2 of Survivor is going to air. Virtual Survivor. Season 2 is going to air. And let's talk about season 2. Nick, we've teased a couple things a couple times. Is there any new information you want to give out about Virtual Survivor?
We've mostly teased some cryptic voices and the date. So the date is still the same. I believe it's August 10th.
That sounds correct.
If it's not, you'll find out in a minute. But yeah, no, obviously word spreads, so some people know like who's played, because we've already shot the season. But you might not know everyone who's played. And that's some info that's currently not known that I guess we could give to you.
Cool.
Hundreds with an S. That's pretty generous. Rocked the whole nation. Wow, that's... I'd say some people were... Paul was pretty shocked. I mean, a couple people messaged me. I don't know if they were crying necessarily. Oh, check it out.
He
It
was
was
10th. Did John Marr play from 87 different locations?
He did. He moved.
That season?
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
In one
Nick, is there
episode,
anything else we can say about this other than the names of these people?
No, I mean you recognize some. You don't recognize all. There are ladies.
Women.
Yep.
Whoa.
But yeah, should be fun. It was a fun time.
It's very good. There's some good stuff. Like, I've sung the praises of season 1 many a time. I think season 2 is as good, if not better. There's some good shit in there that happens. So looking forward to that. August 10th. So the week after our summer event at the end of Act 3 is season 2 of Survivor. How many episodes, Nick? 8? 7?
What?
How many episodes of Virtual Survivor?
8, let's say.
Sure.
7.
I don't know if it was like a set thing or something like that. No? Okay. Sad. Okay. What's next, Nick?
Oh, yeah, that's Virtual Survivor. Fun.
Tis.
But we'll move on to Act 2, Fandom Fights.
Yes.
The recap.
Yes.
Pulling it up. I thought this was a great act. First of all, we had 4 debut matches. New players, new faces in I think just about every regard. Like people who have never done anything in this sort of sphere. So like people you're seeing for the first time. Some really good and some pretty bad, but entertaining.
Yeah.
Healthy mix of both.
That's accurate. Talking about Giancarlo.
Yes. I will say, though, every single debut match, whether it was a great show of skill or not, was fantastic.
I would agree with that.
You had Spencer versus Matt, which really reminded me of like Bill versus Igor when they both debuted. Just came out and absolutely killed it. Matt won at 89%. Spencer lost at 83%. That's insane. So I think both, even though Spencer lost, I think both those players are going to be ones to look out for in the future. Teammates from the Underminers, Daniel played Josh, and it went to sudden death.
I love that match.
And there was just a bit of like, it's always fun because when you play for the first time, you're usually playing against someone you don't know. And you don't want to come off like a jerk against the person you don't know and be like, oh, I'm going to beat you. But when you're playing like your buddy that is joining at the same time with you, there's something a bit fun to watch about that. Mark versus Nick was a killer nail biter match. I didn't think Mark would be as good. Obviously, so you saw Mark in the Virtual Survivor Season 2 trailer just now. He's going to be on Virtual Survivor Season 2, but if you want to start to get to know who he is a little bit, he's showing up in fandom matches. And he is surprising me at how good he is. Not like, especially in that first match with Nick being one half a real breakdown. I thought Nick was going to come in and win, and Mark took it. So that was great. And then Giancarlo versus Sky, again, not the highest scoring match, but 2 very lovely people.
Yeah.
Who took it to the wire. So like, it was great rookies all around. I'm excited to see what all of them do next. You even had 2 of them, or you had all the winners play again, so you saw a couple of them twice. Daniel and Matt are currently sitting at 2-0, which is a good place to be sitting as a rookie.
Yeah, I would say so. No, those I would agree with that. I thought all the matches, the debut matches, very good. The one that stands out to me the most was probably Spencer versus Matt. I think that was, or not Spencer versus Matt. I'm sorry, Daniel versus Josh. I thought was a very, very fun match that had some very exciting moments in it, but all were very good. Giancarlo confuses me as a human being, but I enjoy him, and yeah, I agree. Everyone was lovely, just
Agreed.
Delightful.
And then Anna lost again.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, she's working on it. Joe's got perfect round. So like, but so did Zachary. Zachary did very well. So good shit on both of them.
Yeah.
Some other matches. Kaiser won a match to get himself into the 5-way play-in. He beat Will. Matthew Chen in his first showing since his retirement match won. So now he's on a win streak against JD. And I guess before we get to that, there were some teams matches. Obviously, none of them played into a team's title. They'll play into Act 3, because the title this act was the Frenzy, which we'll get to. But first, something crazy happened in the middle there.
Oh yeah, something we we were doing a show and then someone was rude and then we had to stop what we were doing to like film a title match or something. Was that what?
Yeah, it was perhaps the best. I still think about it because like
it's very good.
I would probably, without hesitation, put it in like top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe even top 3. Like it's a very, very good title match.
The ending is stuff it's like I dream about.
Joe cashed in his last one standing win during round 4, challenged Tyler Birch, outplayed Tyler Birch, scored 71%. Tyler was at 67. Tyler mounted one of the most impressive comebacks in a title match I think we'll ever see. To come back and win it. And yeah, it was, emotions were heavy on both sides. Like you could see the frustration in Joe, but also the excitement in Tyler. And yeah, overall, it was just one heck of a show.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I'd have to look at the list of title. Like I'm one of those that's like I don't remember like specific events within the matches all the time. But if you were to say like this match is in the top 5, like I could pretty confidently like agree with that. Just thinking about like the ending and how Tyler climbed back and just that Wales moment is just like it's crazy. It's one of those things as like a friend of both of those guys. Like I'm just like I'm heartbroken for Joe, but so happy for Tyler.
Yeah.
And also as a showrunner, just pleased as hell because that was a great match. And Joe was a really good sport when it came to coming and doing round 4 and having it happen the way that it happened. It all went very well.
Agreed. So that was half of round 2, act 2.
Yeah.
Strange World. It was strange because there was a title match.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
And
strange.
We named it after that one guy.
Yeah. Speaking of that one guy at that one thing, Fandom Teams Frenzy, the 4th Fandom Teams Frenzy we've done. It's one of my favorite. Like it's up there with Last One Standing for me. But
you've done 4 of those?
Yeah, it was the 4th one.
Damn.
My favorite thing too is I keep records of these things, and it's just cool to see because like it just feels like something anyone can win.
Yes.
On any day. Like the most dominant players don't necessarily, they're not guaranteed to win it. And not that they're guaranteed to win anything. Like anyone can win Last One Standing, but like we've seen Brittany go all the way and Joe go all the way, like over and over again. But like with the Team's Frenzy, it's just so interesting to watch some people that you wouldn't expect beat other people on the back of the team they're a part of. That being said, the guy who's been winning everything all freaking year won the Fandom Teams Frenzy again.
That's true. That did happen.
Rue and Ryan helped each other through round 2 and the finals. And then they split. Their teams played each other. Flirk and Shit Up actually played their first match in a while against the rookie team No Ticket to Netherrealm. And they played a very good match, but they ultimately didn't win. So it kind of was looking like we might not see Flirkin for a while, but this got them another shot. Jay has challenged for, not in some time, but has challenged for the team's belts, or has been on the team that has challenged for the team's belts without winning them. Actually, they might be tied with Guns and Ships, but like
3
a
or
lot.
4 times,
They've
yeah.
done it a lot. Necronomicon. So it was just a really interesting matchup. It kind of felt like anything had happened, but with Wrong Side of the River being former champions, they took that match. They went on to challenge again. Fun fact: we shot it on Wednesday. It aired on Thursday.
It was a long night, but actually it wasn't. It honestly wasn't that bad. We shot it. Everyone was great, accommodating the situation, which was phenomenal. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, we shot it on Wednesday night. Sat around, talked for a little bit after it ended, and then Nick and I went our separate ways to start working on it. And we both delivered our parts of it pretty much at the same time and got it done. And in a pretty pretty reasonable amount of time. Like it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. We were.
Did you all stay till the end?
Ooh, I
If you
hope
did,
you hashtag stayed to the end because
yeah. If you didn't, you should pause this. Go watch that.
Because there's
It's
important. Pretty important stuff going on in the
but
post.
we'll get there. We'll get there indeed, because there is one other thing that happened.
Duel of the Fates 1, by the way.
Yeah, Duel of Fates 1. There's one other thing that happened this act, which is one of my favorite things to happen in quite some time. We had a new challenger for the belt. We had new people in a contender match. We had great matches throughout to get to that contender match, but ultimately Payson Johnson
Loved it.
Came out of nowhere, surprised everyone, made it to a contender match against Igor, played very well, but Igor as a team's challenger had a bit of a leg up. Won that match and then went into what I honestly would call just like the Vegas, the odds being so far against him in that match, I think
he
can't
played
be understated.
So good, though.
He played so good. And there were multiple moments where I thought this could go Igor.
So I didn't want to spoil it before, but so what I was going to say was I do think, looking at it on paper and all of the things that happened in the individual matches, where the Tyler versus Joe match is probably the better match. I think I prefer the Igor Tyler match just because of the situation of Igor, it being his first time to challenge, knowing what he has going on behind the scenes and having been there. Like I couldn't do what he did. Like I couldn't do what he did when I was childless and by myself. So I really, really love that match. The Tyler versus Igor match, I think, is really good. Igor played incredible, and so did Tyler, obviously. But yeah, I think that one is excellent.
Yeah, no, like it's really great, and yeah, they were only separated by 4 percentage points. Tyler was at 74, Igor was at 70, and it came down to the wire again. There was no comeback, so that's why I'm more like Tyler Joe. But the fact that we had two of the best singles title matches
back to back
that we can remember in quite some time, like it's wild. And Joe and Igor, it's so sad almost that Duel of the Fates exists, because if not, it's the Joe and Igor show. Like they challenge for the team's belts in Act 1, and then each of them individually challenge for the singles belt in Round 2.
Yeah, that's true.
But like Tyler is still king of the mountain, as it were. And Rue. It's honestly the Tyler, Igor, and Rue show, because
that's what I was gonna say. Even though Rue challenged, but
he challenged for the team's belts in this one.
Yeah, like oh my god, it's crazy. Like all of them are playing.
It's crazy all the things these people are accomplishing, and to think that there's still someone who's kind of like doing a little bit better. That's Tyler. Nuts. But yeah, with this defense, Tyler earned his third defense. For those who don't know, around here, 3 defenses means that if you lose it, you have an automatic rematch if you would like. So Tyler has earned that should he ever lose. But the way he's playing, don't know if I count on it.
What if he loses and then takes 2 years off? Could he challenge then in 2 years?
No, you get. So we like to say he has an automatic contender match. or an automatic rematch, which he does.
But it's when
But
we
like, it's awkward. As J.K. Simmons says in a movie that we watched last night, actually, it's my part, and I decide who to lend it to.
I love that movie. Oh my god. Okay. So Nick, Act 3.
Quick note on round 4. We just real quick. You missed us last week or last 2 weeks. So we announced at the end of Act 1 it's going to be every 2 weeks. We missed it 2 weeks ago for Memorial Day, but also just like a whole string of we talked about it at the beginning. But we'd like not to miss another one. So that is the plan going forward.
Unless someone's dead.
Yeah. So keep an eye out every 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from now. Probably going to stop putting out the clips. They're getting views and stuff, and we appreciate people who don't want to watch the whole show, but like just the clips we clip out. But it's a lot of extra work and we're kind of trying to figure out like what's the best use of our time. So probably gonna stop doing those, but maybe we'll start putting time codes in the actual episodes so that you can look at the time codes and be like, oh, like let me jump to this topic. So that'd be good. And we're gonna start trying some new stuff. So just like check it out.
From the beginning, round 4 has always been we just want to do something non-trivia related and talk and shoot the shit and have some fun with people and each other, and so it's always experimental until we kind of get the groove, and we've had fun. Like I don't think there's been a episode where I was just like, oh god, that was awful. So like, but we're just gonna keep trying stuff, and we'll be here. It's gonna be fun.
Indeed.
Okay. Act 3.
First, the live walrus.
We gotta do that now. Okay. Ellie.
Bring in the walrus.
She's asleep. Well, she better be.
Yes, Act 3. So, first of all, should we do the thing? We should do the thing, right?
Is the thing the trailer?
Okay, so we're doing the thing. Because Tim ruined it.
Okay.
Enjoy this thing Tim ruined.
Yep.
Super excited to be in the Omega tournament.
Let's go.
This is feel hoodwinked.
Look, I think I am already the winner.
We're having a great time. We're staying hydrated.
I'm gonna get my vengeance today. You know, that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm voting out Nick.
So let's get this going.
It is what it is.
Genuinely, I'm really excited.
I'm assuming this tournament is made for me.
I can beat people with notes, without notes.
Hopefully I can get a W today.
I can't wait to have some fun.
I kicked you in the nuts. You kicked me in the nuts.
This could come down to the wire.
That was sick.
Yeah.
The Alpha and Omega tournaments will begin this week, tomorrow, right, Nick?
Yeah. First one of the month.
Yeah, so very exciting. So basically we announced this, I think, at the end of Act 1. We kind of talked about it, but for those of you that don't know, Alpha tournament, best of the best, 8 players going in for a mini brawl tournament, crazy. Omega tournament, 8 players. And the Omega tournament is 8 players going in, and it's going to culminate in a finals that'll be at the Summer Nights event, where the finals will be a retirement match. So if you lose the match, you move on to round number 2. You move on. So 4-way teams title is happening. If you watch the post-credit scene of the teams title match that aired, we did announce that there. I guess Jacoby technically announced it, kind of. So yeah, lots of stuff happening at this event. All happening on, I want to say August 3rd.
You're getting very ahead of yourself, Tim.
I am getting ahead of myself because the Alpha and Omega tournament's exciting. As Jacoby would say, I demand satisfaction.
If it's so exciting, why would you skip over it?
I didn't. I said the Alpha and Omega tournaments are happening.
We just got the seedings. We didn't have the seedings before.
Oh yeah, now we have the seedings.
You
saw. Very exciting. Like I said, 8 of the best, 8 of the people who have had some really bad luck, and are very good. A lot of them are very good. Let's go through them. What do you want to start with, Alpha or Omega?
Let's start with Omega.
Omega, the number.
Let's start at the end.
The number 1 seed.
Omega. No, like the end is Omega is the end. Like the beginning and the end, Alpha Omega, but Omega is the end. So we're gonna start at the end.
Gotcha. Okay.
The number 8 seed, Brandon Dunlap. You say unlucky with who is very good. I think Brandon is kind of the embodiment of that.
I would agree.
Sucks that he squeaked into this tournament. And just to recap, for those who don't remember Act 1, to make it into the Omega tournament, you had to have at most half the amount of wins that you do losses. So you couldn't be more than like 2 and 4, 3 and 6, whatever that math turns out to be. You also have to have played at least 4 matches. And your last match had to have been a loss. So everyone coming into this tournament is on a loss. Their wins are less than or equal to half of their losses, and they've been around for a little bit. So yeah, Brandon unfortunately makes that category. It feels like he gets a really great win and then a really unlucky loss, and that happens over and over again. And like, let's just be honest, not everyone can just be unlucky all the time. Some people just lose, and that's okay. I don't think Brandon's one of those guys. I think he's been kind of unlucky. And because the number 8 seed is really, if you want to be lower ranked in this tournament, because being higher ranked means you have the more of a chance to move on. So being number 8 is a compliment in this case.
That's true.
So Brandon comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, Brandon Cohen. Again, someone who's been around for not that long, but meets the criteria. Plays a good match, wins a match, but ultimately just hasn't found the amount of wins he needs to avoid this tournament. So Brandon at number 7. Number 6, Bridget Caldwell. This is the first, but not the last person in this tournament who has survived a retirement match already.
That's true.
Bridget defeated Michael Campbell, sent him to retirement. Since then, defeated the love of my life, but also has had more losses than wins along the way, and that's just how she's found herself back here. But I do think Bridget's very good. Bridget pulls some stuff that I don't expect. She's also good at things that not a lot of people are good at. So I like Bridget's chances in this at the number 6. Coming at the number 5, I think he's survived a retirement match in the past.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, he beat JD Downs. JD Downs,
No,
the person.
I don't. That's not his name, but I know who it is. I'll find it while you're talking.
Please do, because I feel that. But he's also survived a retirement match way in the past. But Jim is probably the oldest, one of three of the oldest people oldest in terms of how long they've been around the league. In this tournament, he comes in at number 5. He's got one of the biggest records, that's for sure. So he's played the most of anyone in here, but he's found his losses have just kind of stacked up over the last couple years.
JD West.
JD West, that's it. I played baseball with a kid named JD Downs in grade school. But so Jim comes in at number 5. He'll be playing number 4, Maria Hammond. Maria has never been in a retirement match. She started off on a great foot. She actually beat Brandon in her debut match.
It's true.
She's won another match since then, but overall, she finds herself at number 4. Too many losses, lands you in this tournament. Coming in at number 3, who will be playing Bridget, is Alec Miller. Another guy who's been around from the beginning. He doesn't play quite as often as Jim. You see him maybe once, twice a year.
He's also been in a retirement match.
He has been in a retirement match. He defeated Andrea, and went on to live. But you'll see in the promo for his match against
Hasn't he
Bridget.
done 2? Hasn't he been in
I
another
think
one?
he has. I think you're right.
I'm gonna look now. I feel like last year he was in one.
Because I know Alec says in his match that this tournament was made for him because he just loves we love putting him in that position. But the fact of the matter is, when he's in that position, he delivers. So I wouldn't count him out, despite the fact that of his high ranking, which is not a great thing in this tournament. Coming in at number 2, Chadwick Webb. Chadwick has probably played the least of anyone on this on the board here. He's got the least amount of matches. I think he's coming into this tournament at 1-3. So he just fits the criteria of having played 4 matches, less than half of his losses, and he's on a losing streak. So Chadwick comes in at number 2, but again, his ranking is that low or high. I'm confusing myself, but I hope you're following along. His ranking is that high because of the few amount of matches he's played that just throws his win percentage off, where only 1 win versus 3 losses. That's a 25% win percentage. Is pretty low. So he finds himself at number 2, but I don't know if that necessarily speaks to his ability. I think he has the ability to overcome that ranking. But someone who may not is the number 1 seed of the tournament, the person most likely to lose according to the rankings.
Mike motherfucking Hanley.
Mike motherfucking, yes.
A legend among men, frankly. What a gentleman and a scholar.
Former champion in a different life.
I did recently advise Mike to throw feces at someone. He didn't take me up on it, which means that he's a better man than I am. Just a good dude all around.
Interesting. But yes, he'll be playing Brandon. He's been around for quite some time. He usually hits 10 and then stops betting.
Remember when he KO'd Andrew Barr?
He did KO Andrew Barr, so he's had some bright shining moments.
And then later that same night, him and was it him and Nazario? Who was he on a team? Him and Queller.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Him and Queller? What was their team name?
Fringe Benefits.
No, that was Nazario and Thomas. Oh no, what was their team name?
Fandom Ranked.
Fandom Ranked, is that what it was?
Yes, that was it.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of Brian and was it Brian and Barr? Was it America's Asses?
It was.
He beat up Barr twice and
100%.
Oh my god.
Man, listen, he's good, but based on the numbers, he is in danger. If this should be his final farewell, at least he can say he was the number 1 seed in the tournament.
Okay,
I'm excited for it.
That's Omega. let's dig into Alpha. We got 8 seeds here. We'll start off with the 8 seed. Kaiser Wang is the 8 seed. He punched his ticket into the tournament from our annual whatchamacallit play-in match. Really good match. I rewatched it over the week when we aired it on, I think, Tuesday. It's a fun match. It's a good time.
Yeah, and Kaiser became the first person not only to win more than one of these play-ins, but it was his third one. He's won the 5-way tournament play-in 3 times.
Holy shit! I thought it was only twice.
And I will say, and I said this at the end of the 5-way that Tim supposedly watched over the weekend, but clearly he was lying because I said it.
I thought you said 2, but anyway. And actually, I stopped watching after the.
Wow.
Sorry.
Great. Every time he's won, he's upset.
Oh,
he plays again.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I do remember you saying that.
He came in at the 16 seed last time and upset the number 1 seed Abel. The first time he won a play-in, he came in at the number I'm pretty sure it was the 32 person, so I think he came in at 29.
Because we did multiple play-ins, is what?
No, you know what? It was a 16 person tournament. We did do multiple play-ins.
Is that where he beat Holtzman?
Yes, it was where he beat. I'm pretty sure Holtzman was the number 3. And
Killed
Kaiser,
by Starro? It was that whole situation?
Yes, it was. It was the killed by Starro.
Killed by Starro. I can make fun of that now. My God.
There's nothing that was ever stopping you, quite frankly.
Well, people get glaring at me was a reason to not. But anyway, Kaiser's done well.
Let me just make sure. No, it's not 3 years in a row. So he won in 2022. Yes, he won in 2022. Came in at the 14 seed, beat Cameron at the 13 seed, or at the 3 seed. Then he won again last year in 2024. Beat Abel at as the number 16 seed. And now he comes in at the number 8 seed looking to do it again. And I tell you what, because it's the Alpha tournament, there's very little separating all 8 of these people. So
that's
it's
true.
Truly anyone's game.
The number 7 seed, former teams champ and singles title challenger. We got David Garcia is the number 7 seed. Very excited. Number 6 seed, Jacoby Bancroft, who scoffed at the idea of being in the Alpha tournament, but he's held the team's belt. He's very good at this.
He was in a contender match earlier this year.
That's true. He's very good.
Didn't go well for him, but it doesn't. We made him do it last minute, so it's fine.
Speaking of contender matches, the number 5 seed Javi Madden has been in 0 contender matches this season. Technically, he's been in 0 title match or contender matches this season, but he's the number 5 seed, and he's going to be playing the number 4 seed. We talked about him earlier. It's Payson Johnson, who had an incredible run in Act 2 to get to the contender match. He punches his way to the number 4 seed. I love this run by Payson, and Payson's even said it in his promos and stuff, how he's been having a lot of fun with fandom this year. I think he's killing it. Dude,
I like this matchup too. The 2 people who've played in contender, the new, I would call them the newer entrants to the Alpha group of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we have the number 3 seed. These top 3 are all
gross,
just disgusting people. You're all horrifying to behold, but I love you. The number 3 seed is Robert Kastner. My God, having just some crazy matches this year, last year especially, obviously.
Robert X hasn't played this year.
He's played in teams.
That's true. He did well in his 1 teams match so far.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get a perfect round, but they killed it.
And last year he obviously, won the belt and stuff. So
yeah, we haven't seen him since he lost the belt to Tyler, the current champion.
Yeah.
In one of the better matches of last year, actually.
Yeah. And then we talked about him earlier. Obviously, the number 2 seed is Amaru Moses. He wins everything. Debate. Fandom team singles, but can't quite get to the gold again. So this is maybe another run at that for him. But he also, well, never mind. We'll talk about that later. And the number 1 seed is Joe Fairley. Hideous, just horrifying. Alpha tournament. It's crazy.
Joe is the former 2-time teams champion, the former singles champion. Anna made the fridge squeak. Threw me off.
Anna's the future 2 times team champions.
We have to do it twice?
Well, 2 different teams.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point. No, 2-time team champion or 2-time teams champion, 1-time singles champion, has won 2 last one standings, including this year, and just played one of the greatest title matches we've seen in these many years.
And went very deep into sudden death in that last one standing with the number 2 seed Amaru Moses.
Correct.
It's all disgusting, is what we're trying to get at.
Yeah. So quite frankly, it's anyone's tournament. Kaiser has upset the number 1 seed before. He could do it against Joe. David has challenged for the belt twice. Rue has challenged for the belt 3 times. Neither have won it, and either one could win. Jacoby versus Robert, a little rematch from Virtual Survivor Season 1. There are hard feelings. And then Payson versus Hobby. Like I said, the young guns of this crop of people. They've newly achieved the status of like alpha, which could be very dangerous to all these people who are kind of used to playing the same game.
Nick, we've talked a lot about the tournaments because that's obviously like a big part of Act 3. It's the name of the app. But we did kind of skip over something that we should probably address.
I was saving it for the end.
That's fair. At the end of the last title match, the team's title match, Duel of the Fates let us know that they have one more match in them.
Yep.
And then they are going to hang up the towel. So.
Throw in the towel?
Hang it up, throw it in. Yeah, that's
hang
fair.
Up the gloves?
Yeah. They're going to retire after their next match. And things are happening now to make this match even more crazy because it was going to be a triple threat. And then Jacoby came in and was like yelling at me and yelling at you. And then Rue was being silent. Rue just let it happen. I loved it. It was great. He was very respectable. But Jacoby demanding things from us. Now it is a quadruple threat.
That would be the correct word, yeah.
Yeah, great. 4-way teams match. The Skype calls will be horrendous. But the match will hopefully not be. How are we getting to this, Nick? What's happening?
Yeah. So, first of all, something I forgot to mention, and I checked this to make sure. Duel of the Fates against the wrong side of the river missed 2 questions. That is officially the greatest performance in a team's title match ever, at least in recorded history. If you go way back, they didn't keep stats then, and I haven't gone back and done the stats for that.
Arkham Knights ain't doing that, so that's fair.
Yeah, but
also my computer's dying, so I'm going to grab my charger. Keep talking.
Great, but I can't imagine any of them would have been better than this because at 94%, it's the greatest teams title match anyone's ever played. It's also tied with the greatest teams match anyone's ever played, just in general. 94%. The only other ones who have done that before are Guns and Ships on the match where they both hit a perfect round. So yeah, they told us they wanted to step away, and we thought to ourselves, who's really out there right now that could put up a good fight against Duel of the Fates? Sure, there are a lot of teams out there that could, but the highest ranked teams at this point are like Posse Galore, Rule of Two, Wrong Side of the River, who Duel of the Fates have now beaten twice each in a title match.
So naturally, the high table is in it.
Correct.
Because
No,
I haven't been beaten by them twice. Just once.
just the one time. Though they did it much quicker than they beat anyone else.
Yeah, that's fair.
So those three teams I just named are not necessarily in the title match, but they will have a chance to be.
Sure.
So we have 3 contender matches being set up. Wrong Side of the River will be at the end of one of them, as Jacoby has punched his ticket into this tournament or into this title picture by way of his last one standing most valuable player win. And they will be playing someone, Posse Galore, who has challenged for the belt this year alone. We decided they were high enough to warrant a spot as well in a contender match. So Posse Galore will find themselves in a contender match. And then Rule of Two, who just won their last match against the Born Identity, will be at the end of the third of those contender matches. Or I guess the first, and then, but you'll see. They got to play people. So playing Rule of Two will be one of two teams. We're Mary Poppins, y'all. Just had a great match against the rookie team, Real Breakdown. They find themselves at 2-1. They can win their next match. They'll be in a contender match at 3-1. But they'll have to play just the worst people. Anna, do you want to tell them who? I'm not even going to tell you what she just said. Dumb and Dumbledore's who they'll be playing. They'll be playing Anna and myself.
God.
So, winner of that will play Rule of Two. Winner of that
Will be in the title.
Oh. Will be in the title, yes. Second, who will be playing Posse Galore? Escape from Melee just won their match against the Underminers, rookie team. They'll be playing the rookie team that did not lose their match in Act 2, no ticket to NetherRealm. So one of the two of them will be playing Posse Galore. And then Wrong Side of the River, who has cashed in for this contender match, will be playing one of two teams who I believe... So Pinheads just won their match in Act 2. They defeated... I can find it. Don't tell me. Some assembly required. So they find themselves here. They're going to play Cabin 66, who made it pretty far in Act 1. Winner of that will play Wrong Side of the River. Winner of that finds themselves as the 4th spot in this 4-way teams title match. Duel of the Fates. So if all of the highest ranked teams in these contender matches make it, Duel of the Fates will be playing 3 different teams they have beaten twice in contender matches to see if they can beat all 3 at the same time.
So what you're saying is you and Anna have a shot at the title, but me and Tyler are nowhere to be found.
You have a negative record.
Do we get to play in Act 3?
You will play in Act 3. You can play them Pam Enchiladas.
Let's go. I like it. Very exciting stuff. Act 3. I mean, obviously, like we're dicking around. We've shot a lot of it. It's very good. Be sure to tune in. It's really, I know we say this a lot because we have to. We don't want to hurt people's feelings when a match is bad and say like, that was terrible. It's not often, frankly. You guys do a really good job. You guys put on a great show. So it's not a lot of work we have to do to make the show good. But we say it a lot that this was really good. Be sure to watch it. Da, da, da. I mean it when I say Act 3 is really good. It's not done. We're not done yet. We have a few more matches left to shoot, but it's really good, guys.
It's still good.
Thank you to the people playing. It's been phenomenal, and I'm so excited for those of you who don't know what happens or haven't seen everything to see it. it's very good across the board on Fanzone as well. I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
Stuff. The
So
tournament as well.
I'll just throw in that all of this is if you just saw the trailer, all of this is culminating in an event we call Summer Nights. Prior to Summer Nights, the week before, there's going to be another round of matches, all lower level matches, just sort of getting you warmed up, ready for Summer Nights. So Josh Forbes is going to play Giancarlo Beccattini, 2 rookies who lost. The other 2 rookies who lost, Spencer Redford and Nick Van Dinther, are going to play. Some rookie teams, all the rookie teams who lost are going to play during this week as well. Veta Lemire Tom is going to play Popcorn Prodigies, and Welcome to Fandom Bitch is going to take on The Born Who Lived. All 4 of those are freaking great matches as well. But it leads into Summer Nights. Here's what Summer Nights is going to be. If you saw the trailer, it's one continuous event. That means we are going to hit go. We're going to hit premiere, and the video will not stop. You won't need to look for the next one. You're just going to click on it, and you'll watch it and let it take you on the journey. Going to be 4 main events at Summer Nights. We'll start with the Omega Tournament Finals. We're going to wait and see who ultimately loses the Omega Tournament. We're going to find that out at Summer Nights. The Fanzone Debate Championship will happen. Kurt Kolkowski will play whoever wins the tournament. Tyler Birch will go up against whoever wins the Alpha Tournament, and it'll end with Duel of the Fates' final match, win or lose, 4-way teams title. It also gives 3 very good teams who've challenged multiple times possible chance to actually gain the belt for the first time. So that's exciting as well. And between all of these matches, you'll get little videos, pre-interviews that I took with the players for Virtual Survivor Season 2 before they started playing.
Yeah.
We're going to put together little video packages so you can start to get to know who those players are, because the week after Summer Nights is when Virtual Survivor Season 2 will air. So yeah,
it's probably the biggest thing we've done yet on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We look forward to everybody checking it out. Like Nick said, it's going to just be one big continuous thing that you'll get to start once it's done premiering and done airing. We'll add time codes and stuff so you can skip around, but it's going to be fun. We don't know how long it's going to be, because it hasn't happened yet. But it's gonna be good. I'm very much excited for seeing the interviews with the Survivor people. I think getting to meet some of those, having seen them, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. So you're definitely gonna want to check that out on the weekend of the 3rd. Very exciting. Nick, anything else we got to talk about? I think we covered pretty much everything going on here at TBNT Inc.
We covered quite a bit. We have the rest of the year planned out, but we'll let that be a mystery for now.
And before you ask, we have not even once began to talk about what's coming in or out of fandom next year.
True.
We
Not,
haven't talked
we
about
talked that one time.
Summer Nights is one video. Maybe we'll split it up after the fact.
I was thinking about that too. We might release them as
we might release the title matches singularly in the Omega finals singularly, but as of right now, on the 3rd, that weekend when you watch it, it will be one video, and then later down the line it'll be split up. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to talk about. If you have questions, you can comment on this video. We'll see them on the Facebook page, or comment on the Facebook page rather. I'm sorry, not on the YouTube link. You have not even once mentioned Blockbuster Video. Sorry.
Hang on, I can mention you guys.
Yeah, we can. Okay, there you go. Nick can do it.
Let me just mention you real quick. Blockbuster Video lost. They didn't win.
Who'd they play?
Malachi Cargo beat them. And then Malachi Cargo said, we're not going to play for a little bit. So you lost to a team and then they left. Good job.
Ha! Sad face, he says.
Fair. Blockbuster will play again after the summer.
If you have other questions that we didn't address, throw them on the Facebook page, comment on the video. We'll try to answer them. Will people who played in one singles match this season play in Act 4?
I love how Brian frames his questions as though they're for the general public, but he's
just instead of
you will play again prior to year's end.
You're saying instead of just being like, am I going to play again?
Yeah.
You gotcha. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, everyone. So, full transparency, when me and Tim broke off by ourselves, we ultimately said we're going to put out less, but hopefully better quality. So truthfully, that's just resulted in we started a little bit later and we're trying to release 3 matches a week instead of 4. 3 really good matches. So because of that, a lot of the lower ranked people who aren't involved in title pictures and whatnot just aren't going to play that much this year. But everyone will be guaranteed. Oh, I don't want to use the word guaranteed. Everyone will most likely have at least 2 matches this year. So yeah.
You got to win. But we appreciate you. We appreciate y'all. So again, be sure to comment any questions you have on the Facebook post that I made with the video.
Speaking of teams, might be looking for 1 or 2 more. So interested. There's some good rookies out there who aren't currently on teams. But let us know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, but comment your questions. We'll try to answer them. And we'll be back in 2 weeks with more round 4. But Alpha and Omega starts this week. The tournament for Fanzone, as Nick said, already started yesterday. So that's kicked off and rolling. So we're having a lot of fun over there. Really good stuff. All thanks to you guys. So we appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not part of the Facebook page, go over there. If you are watching through the Facebook page and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, be sure to do that. Nick, what were you going to add?
We have 2 people left before we hit 100 on the Facebook.
Oh, nice.
So perhaps that 100th person will either get a prize or maybe a thumbs up.
I prefer the thumbs up, but we can look into prizes. We can look into Anna makes bread. We could send them bread.
She just made bread. Do you want to show us the bread?
That would be a good way to close it out. Show us the bread.
She's gonna show us the bread.
Well, this is a grilled cheese on the bread that I made.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at it's freaking hot.
Yeah,
you made homemade bread and then you made him a grilled cheese.
No, I made myself a grilled cheese.
Oh.
But I didn't do homemade bread. And then I made a grilled cheese that he can maybe have some. If he hurry.
Did you put bacon and tomato on it?
No, we don't have bacon or tomato.
We have tomato.
Oh, well, we don't have bacon.
We don't have bacon.
Nick doesn't let us eat bacon. He's no fun.
I love bacon. All right. Phenomenal. We will see you guys real soon with more content. Be sure to watch Alpha and Omega as it begins this week. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.